Hi, it's Josh Carpenter from lureandfly.com here. We've just come to the Hobie factory down the south coast again. I'm talking with Greg Lewis, one of the noted Hobie fishing team anglers. Greg's just going to run us through a couple of the models, depending upon which sort of fishing you're thinking of getting into, whether it's just small estuaries and bass fishing right up to the large blue water. Tell us what we've got here, Greg. What are the features of this one?
All right, this is the Hobie Outback. It's our most popular model. It's a very nice and wide, stable kayak, particularly suited to estuary and inland fishing. It's plenty of on-deck storage for your soft plastics and hard-bodied lures, a nice comfortable seat, and plenty of in-hull storage. Comes standard with these tackle boxes that are removable, and you have plenty more storage inside the hull there. So we have the Mirage Drive. Many of you will be familiar with the pedal power being applied to the Hobie kayaks these days. It allows you hands-free kayaking, so basically it leaves your hands free for fishing. Other features this particular boat has is we actually have 4 moulded in rod holders, 2 at the front and 2 at the back of the boat, so you have ample storage for your rods. Being a wide kayak as well means that it's actually possible to stand up in this boat quite comfortably. So if you're sight casting for bream or whiting, this certainly is a great boat to do it from. Ideally suited for your inshore work, freshwater work, and light offshore work as well. It's a very capable all-round kayak.
Okay, Greg, you've run us through the Outback really quickly. Tell us a bit more about this kayak and what it's more suited for.
Yeah, this is the Hobie Revolution 13. This is a great kayak if you're into regular offshore work. It has a very sharp forefoot at the front, which makes it great for slicing through wind chop and swell. On the side of the boat you have these deep mesh pockets here. Having these deep pockets here means that you can store your soft plastics or a tackle box with hard body lures easily to hand without you having to keep going inside the hull to access your tackle whilst you're offshore. Again, it has a nice comfortable seat, inflatable backrest, and ample storage on the back of the boat, as well as in-hull storage as well. So this kayak with its extra length makes it ideally suited for travelling fair distances offshore if you're chasing snapper, kingfish, anything like that. This is a great kayak to do it from. This is the Hobie Adventure Island. This is a single-seater trimaran style kayak. It's a great kayak if you are travelling fair distances offshore or just to get to your travel spot. The Adventure Island is certainly a great kayak to do it from. So with the sail you can cruise along at up to about 15 kilometres an hour. So that makes it ideally suited for trolling large hard bodies or skirted lures for your tuna, kings, even marlin.
So I understand it's a very versatile craft. You know, you can fish with one side on, both sides off. How easy is it to remove some of these things?
It's really simple. Obviously, when it's out like this, you're going to have trouble bringing a fish both sides. So all you need to do is just undo that, and then you can allow that to come in, and you can land your fish.
Okay, now you can actually fish with it taken off completely as well, if that's what you desire?
Yeah, absolutely. To take off the sides, all you need to do is just undo that bungee there, pinch the buttons there, pull out that, and then you have just the kayak on its own. So you can either take the craft out as a full sailing rig, or you can take it out as just the kayak on its own, or Polynesian style with one outrigger, or both outriggers, giving you ultimate stability.
Wow. Okay, Greg, we've been through the other 3. Now we've come to the big one that I personally love. This is the fishing platform to end all fishing platforms as far as kayaks go. Run us through this beautiful machine. There's so much to show.
Absolutely. This is the Hobie Pro Angler. This kayak has been designed predominantly for your tournament angler or for your angler who simply likes taking a lot of gear out to sea with them. One of the best features about it is the horizontal rod storage. You have horizontal storage for up to 6 rods. So you can take 6 different setups out with you, which, as you know, in tournament fishing can make or break your chances in a tournament. Tackle management systems are also very important on the kayak. Here we have a standard tackle box that comes with these Plano boxes as standard, and this whole pail will actually You can lift out, and when you're done for your day, you can take that back to your cabin and go through all your gear when you're finished.
Now, one of the greatest things about this kayak, without a doubt, you and I are both pretty big guys. We're 6'2", we're both about 100 kilos. We can stand up quite easily in this kayak, and at no point does it feel shaky at all. It's an amazingly stable craft like I've never seen.
Absolutely. I can actually stand with one foot in front of another in these side pockets, and as long as I hold my balance, the kayak stays upright as well. It's phenomenally stable.
Okay, Greg, you've shown us the tackle storage in the center of the kayak. It also has a massive storage area up the front here. Tell us a bit about this.
Yeah, here we've got a 60 litre bin up here, which is fully removable from the kayak as well. Now, I find this very useful for storing my wet weather gear, extra tackle, but what it's also great for is if you're offshore, social fishing, snapper or kingies or whatever, you can fill that with ice and you've got a portable ice box already in your kayak.
Beautiful, and easy to take out and clean as well.
Absolutely.
Afterwards. Okay, now Greg, not to make your head too big, but you did win the Daiwa Hobie Angler of the Year fishing out of one of these kayaks. Now, I imagine you spend a lot of time in the seat. This is an amazing looking seat as well. Can you tell us a bit about the seat and what makes it so much better?
Absolutely. It's a seat that is of mesh construction. If you've ever spent the day sitting in a deck chair and been comfortable all day, this is very, very much the same thing. It's got a cool mesh seat, so that allows air to pass through so you don't sit in the seat and sweat, but it also means that if you do get water over the side or it starts raining, you'll be sitting on a nice dry seat all day long.
Now, it's quite a big kayak, Greg. Would it be hard to load onto a vehicle?
No, not at all. I actually find this kayak probably the easiest one to load onto the top of my vehicle. What you do is, rather than lift the whole kayak up, you just lift the bow of the kayak up onto the rear rack of your car, or indeed using a rack and roll system. Hobie has developed these skids at the back of the kayak, so when it is inverted, the back of your kayak is actually protected, so you're not going to do any damage to your kayak whilst you're loading it onto your vehicle.
Well, thanks for your time today, Greg, running us through some of the Hobie kayaks.
Not a problem, thanks for coming.
Folks, if you had any other questions or queries, just check out the website.